Hey guys, been a little while since I made a video. I do apologise about that. Got so much going on. I've been doing some experimenting, had some successes with some thermoplastic, which I'm going to make a vid about later on. So just a little quick one, just a teaser, a bit of an appetizer. The general purpose output power boards. You see them all the time. This particular one, just a random one I picked up today. Basically what it comes down to is these things have got a little bit of brass in them. They're worth pulling apart for brass. Now, if you lucky enough to get them still with their tail on, they haven't been docked by a poacher, then yeah, there's quite a bit of copper in that as well. All right, so I'm going to pull this apart and I'm going to show you what's in one of these. All right, first off, I'm going to simplify this by so satisfying. Okay, just to get rid of those, just so it balances a little bit better. Now guys, it's a bit of a safety issue with these. These actually have the full amount, the 240 volts coming through them in Australia. So if there's any problem with these, don't be scared to delete them, right? The cheap new ones now, they have a bit of thin amount of brass. They can arc out, all sorts of things. They're fairly safe. This one's a fairly new one. It's even got the little protective black jackets on it. So, yeah, look, because it's got 240 volts in here, if it hasn't got a cut-off switch or some sort of breaker in it, as soon as there's a problem, as soon as it starts smoking, it starts melting, warping, anything at all, yeah, delete it, get another one. And yeah, of course, there's someone around, a scrapper around who will absolutely love to take it off your hands and yeah, pull it apart. This one, being a model one, it's T10, Torque 10. Some of the older ones, they're like one-way screws or even blanks. I've seen all sorts of weird and wonderful ways of protecting it to stop kids from getting in there. So the older ones, very, very rarely are they just a Phillips head, because it was a safety issue. I don't know if it was Australian standard or whatever it was. But nowadays, yeah, nowadays they're like Torque screws or, you know, different things like that. I've seen a few cheaper ones with Phillips heads, but generally speaking, they won't be a Phillips head. All right, now let's get into it. Okay, this is definitely a model one. So you get your standard amount of brass coming through here and brass through there, but this one, yeah, it's got a little start reset switch, and yeah, okay, it's one of these modern green ones, which some sort of fancy doodah way of reducing power or whatever. No, I've got a little circuit board going for me. All right, yeah, I'll pull that out and I'll show you what I do with the brass. Basically, it looks something like that when it's inside. Your plug comes in, makes contact with the three, and that's all it is. It's that simple. Just the brass hitting the nickel-plated brass on this one. So that's the contact. So with it, what I do, I just flatten these out and I just trim them down, and I put it in a bucket which I call small brass, and I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, so once I flatten it down, I'll just cut it up into little bits and then chuck it in the little bucket. Is what I call it. I said small brass, as opposed to big brass, which is like your plumbing stuff, your old outside garden taps and any heavy duty plumbing stuff. All right, takes a while to get a bit of weight up, but if you got somewhere for stuff to go and it all ends up in the one bucket, then eventually it does add up. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that little teaser, and I'll see what I can make this afternoon in the way of better videos. Okay, thanks very much, guys.